Hi everyone, my name is Joseph, and today I wanted to have a quick conversation about DigimonCon. So right off the bat, excuse me, and I thank you for your patience. I know I'm late with this conversation. Since I only release 2 videos a week, I wanted to focus my Sunday video still on Seekers, and then my follow-up video on Wednesday, since we're already approaching episode 4 of The Ones Who Live from The Walking Dead, and I've only done one review for the episode 1 of The Ones Who Live. I don't want to continue falling behind, so that's why The Ones Who Live came out instead of this video. But honestly, I would argue there wasn't really too much to discuss in regards to announcements when it comes to DigimonCon. Again, a quick recap of my history with Digimon. I am mostly a fan through the anime, and then some through the games as well. Not the older games, but mostly through Survive, Cyber Sleuth, excuse me. And then a little bit of Next Order. I haven't played too much of it, but from what I've seen, I am looking forward to it. But the only reason why I do want to play Next Order is because I started dabbling a little bit into the V-Pets. I haven't used any of the older V-Pets. I didn't have one growing up, but I had the knockoffs instead. But I do have the modern V-Pets, and I've been enjoying them when interacting with them. And so that's why for the announcements for me as an individual, oh, and of course the Battle Bracelet, I got reintroduced back into Digimon beyond the anime via the Battle Bracelet. I'm still a big fan of it. I know that no announcements was made for it, but despite that, I still have my collection, my dim cards, my BE cards, and my black watch, and also a couple other ones, my other colors as well. So although I'm hoping it's not dead, because apparently there's a new season for Run for the Money. That's what the Battle Bracelet is based on. But even if it's true, it's not dead for me personally. But going back to DigimonCon, so it really was more a focus on the Digivice. As some has pointed out, it seemed like this DigimonCon was celebrating the 25th anniversary of the anime series specifically. I believe in April, that's when the anniversary of the franchise is going to approach. So a lot of people are speculating that in April, that's when the fan base would get announcements about the Wave 2 for the Pensies, and maybe even a new animation of some sort, and who knows, maybe even a game, right? I know a lot of people are clamoring for a Digimon story. They haven't said it's been canceled, but I personally don't mind continuing to wait for it, just because we got Digimon Survive, which is a really great game. I haven't finished it personally, but I do want to finish it. And the only reason why I didn't finish it is because I was playing that game in the middle when I got my PS5, and I transitioned from my PS4 to the PS5. So anyways, but I do want to go back and finish Digimon Survive, because from what I did play, it's really an incredible game. Dare I say, it's a season in video game format. It wouldn't surprise me if after I'm done with Digimon Survive, I'll place it up there with Seekers, where despite it being in a different format, I was still considered to be I was still considered to be equal, not equal, but being able to be compared on par to the main the main anime series franchise. Excuse me, I don't know why I can't talk. So let me start that over. I would argue that Digimon Survive, when I actually finish with it, it will be able to be compared and discussed amongst the anime series. Excuse me, I guess it's too early in the morning for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in, because I'm only human. So. And also because, as one could probably tell, I don't really edit my videos, but yeah. So that's my history with those with Digimon. And so for DigimonCon, the only thing of noteworthy that was announced was the Digivice Color Complete, I believe it's what it's called. And I'll be honest with everyone, I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase that or not, because growing up, well, I didn't have the original Digivice. I did have the DARC2. And I did have the Tamer's device as well, but those were the only two. And I don't recall if I understood the concept too much. Knowing me, I was probably very impatient with it. But again, now that I've dabbled with the V-Pets, I do know that the Digivice is not the same as the V-Pets. There's no carrying mechanics, but there's some similarities, such as the act of shaking the device to progress in any kind of way within the gameplay. If I do get it, I would do my best to not shake it. I would rather prefer that I clipped it on and walked around with it. So that's why I haven't really considered if I'm going to purchase it or not. What I probably will be purchasing is the, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this. It's already a whole video, or not a whole video, but a big segment where I was stumbling over my own words anyways. But Ave Maria. I believe that's the artist who has worked on the Digimon X forms for Digimon as a franchise. And so their name might be actually As Maria or Av Maria, one of those two. They are actually doing, in the same vein of Kinji Watanabe from last DigimonCon did a special cell design for the DM20. Av Maria is doing the same thing, the same concept, but with the DMXs. So Metal Garurumon X and War Greymon X. I probably will be purchasing those. The only reason why I haven't bought them yet is because I'm still debating, do I want the Digimon device color complete? If I am going to get that, then of course to save on shipping, I'll get it all in one bundle. And I won't lie with everyone as well. I'm debating if I do get the Digivice version color complete. I'm a big fan of Yamato, but I won't lie, I'm not a big fan of that color design aesthetically. I'm a bigger fan of the basic design. But with that being said, I'm kind of intrigued in the art book. And again, as an individual who's a big Yamato fan, I need to show support for Yamato because I'm sure that Taichi's device is going to go out quite quickly. Not that there's anything wrong with Taichi and Agumon. I adore them as characters as well, but Yamato and Gabumon, they're just, they're my favorite. I enjoy them from Adventure 1, 2, and Tri, and Kuzuna. But yeah, so that was essentially the major announcements for Digimon. Oh, and Digimon Liberator. I guess for me, one would think I would focus on Liberator first. I didn't really mention Liberator just because that was at the end of DigimonCon. And I would argue we didn't really get too much new information. I believe Chapter 0 released soon after DigimonCon. But it's Chapter 0. It's just setting everything up. It wasn't even from the perspective of the protagonist. I don't know his name, but he seems to be viewing a card battle between a Digimon card champion and another well-versed player. But I'm looking forward to Digimon Liberator. That's probably the most exciting part for me myself. At first, as I said in previous videos, I was disappointed that it's going to be a web comic. So it's looking like this Bandai specifically saying it's going to be a web comic because it's not going to be in a manga format. It's not going to go right to left. I think like Dreamers did. I haven't read that. I read a couple parts. I think that did go in traditional manga format. And this would be in a web comic where everyone goes to Chapter 0 right now. One just scrolls through the page. So that's going to be interesting. And I am looking forward to the integration of narration and the card game. If it wasn't for Seekers, I think I'll be a bit more concerned and not as excited. But seeing that Bandai and Namco have been flexing their writing skills and refining them, I'm looking forward to what they do from the text format over onto the text plus image format. So that should start in spring, I believe the first week of April. That will be what takes the place of Digimon Seekers on Sunday. So I would say those were the three major announcements: the As Maria devices, the Digimon version complete, and then Digimon Liberator. With that being said, I think if one is a Digimon fan, DigimonCon was enjoyable and quite fun. I'm not gonna lie, at first I did kind of roll my eyes at the live animation Agumon, but it did bring smiles. That segment did bring smiles to my face from point to point. I can't understand Japanese, but the subtitles did help, and it was adorable, dare I say. And I love how they had the voice actors for Agumon, Gabumon, and Biyomon, and I loved how they were able to go into character despite not having the actual animation characters in front of them, right? I thought that was really cool how they just slip into the voices sometimes, and I really appreciated their excitement and interacting with the Digimon version color complete, and just their excitement over the fact that it's been 25 years and a lot of the communities who have so much love towards these characters and towards these actors, and I definitely do count myself amongst that group, and especially for both the sub and dub. I know I have a tendency to always talk about sub, but I do really appreciate the dub voices as well. I started with the dub, and so I always have a nostalgic factor to it, even if I do appreciate the sub in terms of its themes and characterization more. So although not a lot of major announcements were done, I think the fact that we got so much interaction with the cast from the animation, the devices, if one is into V-Pets, I think they look cool. I do believe they look cool. And I am happy that we got Metal Greymon and Metal Garurumon and War Greymon. With the Kinji Watanabe, I was a little bit disappointed that it was War Greymon and Nunimon. I was like, no, as always, Gabumon gets the shaft a little bit. So I'm happy that this time it's both of those representatives, Taichi and Yamato, even if it's not specifically the traditional Digimon, right? These are Digimon X. The Digimon version, color complete. Well, I know a lot of people are really excited for that. The combination of the gameplay and the sound, apparently, that's like the SCCA, the Super Selection, Super Selection. Excuse me, I don't know the acronym. SCCA, I believe, though. Essentially, reproduction replicas of the Digivices. So if one wants to cosplay or just have a not a monument, but just a memento from one of the favorite seasons, you could go ahead and do so. The Digimon Color Complete is a combination of both the CSCA with the audio and the imagery, combined with the gameplay of the Digivices from the past. So I think that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people are excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, if I do get it, I think it would be really cute to hold the button to hear your Digimon partner speak. I think that'd be really cool. Even again, if I can't understand Digimon, I think if when I seen the show or anime, they could probably guess the context and yeah. So, did you watch Digimon Con? If you did, please let me know what's your opinions about it. Were you disappointed by it? To be fair with everyone, I wasn't disappointed. The only aspect that I guess there was some disappointment, but I don't think I would call it disappointment just because I went in with this expectation already, was the lack of announcements for Vital Bracelet items. But I'm still hopeful that hopefully during June or April, we'll get more information about that. Again, many in the community pointed out that this Digimon Con seemed really focused on the animation, but we still do have the anniversary for the franchise coming up. And not too many are concerned with the absence of the Wave 2 for the Pensy announcements. A lot of people are still acting as if it's going to come for sure this year. So I think the fact that a lot of us could make that deduction, I would say, or be that confident about the Wave 2. I won't have as much confidence for the Vital Bracelet, but I'll have. My expectations are low, but if anything is announced, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but also happy that Bandai is still supporting them being the Vital Bracelet in some way. I knew, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you did watch Digimon Con, let me know what were your favorite parts. If you did have any favorite parts, what was your favorite announcement? If you did have one, mine is definitely Digimon Liberator. I'm looking forward to the webcomic, and my favorite moment was probably any part with the cast of the voice actors of Gabumon, Agumon, and Biyomon. Those portions I went in not thinking I would care, thinking I would just ignore it, but I ended up reading the subtitles and smiling a lot, chuckling, and just really having a good time and enjoying myself. So thank you so much to the voice actors for joining Digimon Con. Thank you to Bandai Namco for hosting Digimon Con, and just thank you in general for creating Digimon, and especially the anime series. Excuse me, I cannot pronounce things today, and allowing for a community to have such fond memories over such a wide range group of characters that's also diverse, not just in terms of its medium, but also just in terms of its subject matter as well. So have a prodigious day, everyone. Thank you so much, and take care.